From the year 2000, number 227 in the Imprint range is the phenomenally excellent Malena, a film that I knew very little about other than what friends had told me, and they were rather excited about this release. And I was kind of unsure of what I was going to get, but what you get here is you get a small Italian town on the day that they discover that they're entering World War II, and we see a young man who's just got his first bike. As he's starting to become a man of sorts, he meets up with several of his friends who are all waiting at a specific location for a specific event. They're waiting for Malena. A woman whose husband has gone to the war, whose father is a teacher, a deaf teacher, and we see the kids watch this woman ogling her, chasing her down the street to get in front of her again, to watch her pass by again, and an almost sexual awakening of our main character. Renato is the main character of the story. He's the young boy who's going to follow Malena through her story. And I really like this interesting take on it because he has a fascination with Malena, and we see her story through his eyes. We don't see her talking much or kind of having conversations with people. It's all through this perverted eye of this young boy as he falls in love and becomes fascinated with this much older woman, as he kind of defends her honour around town, as he kind of watches out for her and sees what happens to her ultimately. And I love that tact in it. This is a kind of comedy movie that really does pack a punch later on, but for the most part it's watching Renato as he becomes sexually awakened at the thoughts of Malena, as he has these fantasies of a child's fantasies of saving this woman, of becoming a partner to her, of constantly telling her that he's going to look after her, make sure everything's all right. He wants to be there for her, and what he feels is this infatuation is something like love. But it's so wickedly funny and ridiculously over the top at points. There is moments where Renato is in his bedroom doing what he's doing to the chagrin of all his family who know fine well what he's up to. It leads to several laugh out loud moments throughout the film as his family are struggling to deal with the fact of this young boy's sexuality, who has no shame in it at all and is happy for the world to understand his passion and love. The kind of aspects of the film that are briefly run over are that voyeuristic nature, the sexualization of people, the fantasization, the way that men in this film and women as well are all horrific. No one seems to escape the brush that tars them all as horrible people. Every man in this film sexualizes and objectifies Malena. That seems to be her curse, as she just wants to live her life and get by. She is objectified by the men and shunned by the women because of their obsession with her, for nothing more than how she looks. Not how she acts, but how she looks. In fact, she's forced to do things later on in the film because she is shunned that she would never have done, and that leads to an even more horrific moment later on, and everything is happening simply because of how this woman looks. A little bit more attractive than the average townsperson, and for that she must pay. The story of Renato was wonderful. I liked it. I found the movie even ended up in a happier place at the end. It's funny, it's endearing, it looks great. You get a great performance by Monica Bellucci, who doesn't say much but gives it all in a kind of silent performance, which I thought was terrific. It looks great as well, and just a complete surprise of a film that was one that I would highly recommend and was my favourite from this bunch of Imprint films. Here we are in the extras for Malena. Let's go to the special features. First up, we have The Life and Dream of Giuseppe Tornatore, which is 52 minutes and 56 seconds. It's a terrific piece, just following this man as he talks through his career, his influences, which is just fascinating. The Making of Malena feature is 11 minutes 2 seconds. It's a kind of promo talking heads. On location behind the scenes is 35 minutes 26 seconds, and it's just kind of a lingering camera. Almost feels like you're voyeuristically spying on a lot of what's going on. Nobody's really addressing the camera, it's just there. Interview with the director is 9 minutes 15 with several questions just about the production, again a kind of promotional piece. Then we have an interview with the director and composer Ennio Morricone, and this is 22 minutes 30. It takes a little bit of time before we get into the questions, but once we do, it's good stuff. In studio, recording the score is 21 minutes 53, and it's just lingering about the recording studio as they play the score, and it's strangely fascinating, something that you don't really get to see much. Theatrical trailer is 1 minute 23 seconds. The TV spots are 1 minute 36 seconds for 3 various 30-second spots. And that's the extras for Malena. Don't miss out on this one. Pick it up. It's just wonderful. I'd love to know your thoughts on Malena, whether you thought this was great, whether you didn't think it was as great, thought it was average, whatever. I would love to know your opinion of this film, so let me know in the comment box below. There's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to the Patreon, membership programme and manvfilm.com. All ways in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.